Om Shanti. Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
This is clear. So let's start the session. Come into the sitting posture. Keep your back, neck straight, aligned, relax. Remove your glasses and gently close your eyes. Go into your asana. Observe your alignment. How's your back, your neck, your shoulder, your palm, your leg? Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation from the belly. Inhale and exhale from the belly. Now, inhale for the 3-time Om along with Shanti. Take a deep breath for the Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palm. Rub your palm. Place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm, gently open up your eyes with a great smile and say Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Welcome to the Ayurveda class. I hope all of you enjoyed your off day. How's your Sunday? Very well. So lovely. So in previous session, we discussed about three dosha, how it's connected with the Jataragni. Then we talked about the three malas. Then three malas is linked with the ama. Now today we talked about the Saptadhatu and how it's, we're gonna understand how the ama gonna produce. Okay, few things I talked about already, and little bit we're gonna go into the deeper level, how what happened when you are having the meal and how your saptadhatu is formed and how it's gonna convert it into the ama. Okay, that procedure today we're gonna understand. Why it is important? Because if you understand that how the diseases are formed, so we can find out the cure, right? We can understand the how we can provide the treatment on the what level we can correct. Okay, so that's why we're gonna understand why the diseases are um, you are more prone towards the disease, fall into the sickness. So today topic is saptadhatu. I'll write it down for you. So it's a SAPP is T. Sapt dha DHATU. Okay, saptadhatu. Saptadhatu. The pronunciation is sapt and dhatu. Seven types of bodily tissue. Okay, so I'm taking the reference from the Charvak Samhita, chapter 1, 13 verse. I'm just giving you the reference name where I'm, where in which text it's mentioned. But don't worry about it. The name of all these books focus on what kind of these are the body tissues. That's we have to understand. So Sapta Dhatu, the first Dhatu is RASA, Ras. Second, RAKTA, Rakta. Third, Mamsa, MAMSA, Mamsa. Fourth, Medha, MEDA, Medha. Fifth, Asti, ASTHI, Asti. Six, Majja, MAJJ, Majja. Okay, Majja. And seventh is Shukra. SHUKRA, Shukra. Write it down and then I'll explain one by one. Give the space also. So when I'm explaining, you are able to write it down. Shall I start?
I think we're all done. Yes.
Guys, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So, Sapta Dhatu. Sapta means 7. Number 7. Okay. Dhatu, Dhata. Dhatu. Actually, it's Dhatu is you. So, it's basically you. Okay. Dhatu. So, Sapta Dhatu, 7 bodily tissue. Dhatu here means bodily tissue. So your body is formed by these 7 types of bodily tissues are present in your body. And these 7 types of bodily tissues are made with the food. Whatever food you are giving to your system, to your body, that are these are forming what? These 7 types of bodily tissues. Okay. So the procedure we're gonna understand, like, so Annamaya Kosha, this bodily tissue is the part of the Annamaya Kosha. So basically, Kosha, maybe you cover in the philosophy class. So there's a layer of your body. So you have the 5 layers of your body. One is the Annamaya Kosh. Second is, I'm just briefly giving you idea. Pranamaya Kosh, then Manomaya Kosh, then Vigyanmaya Kosh, then Anandmaya Kosh. Okay. What these are? These are the layer of your body. One which is made of the food that we call Annamaya Kosh. Annamaya Kosh means food, the body which is made of the food. And the part of this body is, these are the 7 types of bodily tissue. Okay, whatever food you are having, these bodily tissue gonna formed. Okay, so Sapta Dhatu is affected by directly and indirectly by the Tridosha. How you gonna understand? Don't worry about it. So Sapta Dhatu, the first dhatu is ras, the pronunciation. Now, first we go through the pronunciation. Ras, ra, s, ras. So, ras is what? The fluid, the bodily fluid, plasma, you can understand. Bodily fluid and plasma. First food, first meal in the morning, whatever meal you are having, but basically it's converted. So in your body, your Jathar Agni, remember we talked about it. So your Agni, your Jathar Agni, your digestive fire, gonna digest the food, assimilate the food into the liquid. It break down the food, the solid, into the liquid. That liquid called ras. Okay, when properly it would be, the ras is properly uh, food is properly, break it down, then it converted into the chyme, one kind of um, last version. Then later on it's absorbed by the belly of your stomach and your small intestine. Okay, but your body doesn't absorb like pizza or pasta directly. It has to be break down in the simplest form. Okay, so that simplest form you can understand as like a plasma or your fluid, bodily fluid, right? So that we call rus of your body, which after having your meal, it will take at least 4 hours if you're having, depend on your what kind of food you are having. If you're having the porridges, simple non-processed food, then it easily break down. Easily, your body can break down easily within a 4 to 5 hours. But if you take like some processed food or food which is in the packet or tamasic food, then today class you understood like how we have the division of the foods, right? Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic. So if you're having the Tamasic food, your body take much time to digest. So you're prolonging the time of digestion. And when the time is prolonged, so it will take more time for making out, like converting into the rus. The food, solid food is gonna become the liquid rus. Rus is very finer form of the liquid even, right? And having the lots of nutrition and everything in that. That rus take 5 days. So essence of the rus, basically, when it's become completely liquid and become mm, like it's very difficult to translate into the English language, but understand liquid is like is a finer essence of the rus, right? So rus would be formed after 5 days. So there is a two type of the rus. One is cooked one, cooked, and one is uncooked. Okay, cooked and uncooked. So two types of rus. Uncooked rus take 5 days to cooked. Are you getting it? This procedure is very much important. So what happened? Your body, first meal I'm talking about, very first meal, your body take time for make converting into the uncooked rus. It will take time. If you're having the simplest raw vegetables, raw fruits, and the sattvic food, then it will take 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours to convert into the cooked, uncooked rus, uncooked liquid, right? It takes 5 days. 5 days. So 5 days which become cooked. It will take 5 days to become cooked rus. So your Agni basically in your body, various part of the Agni play very important role to cooked, uncooked rus to make it cooked one. That cooked rus after 5 days take another 5 days to become rakt. What is rakt? Second bodily tissue. Rakt is basically the blood. So finer essence of the rus become the blood, rakt. And the procedure from cooked rus to the rakt take 5 more days. Okay, 5 more days. This rakt is formed through the finer essence of the rus. Okay, this rakt later on, finer essence of the rakt later on take another 5 days to form mamsa. Mamsa is what? Muscles. So muscles, tissues are formed with the finer essence of the rakt, the blood, making the mamsa. And this mamsa, 5 days. Okay. Then another 5 days it will take to make made, the fourth one, fat tissues. Made is formed through the mamsa. So finer essence of the mamsa making the made, fat tissues. So fat which you are seeing around your belly, your hips, these are the fat tissues, right? It will take another 5 days. So this made later on becoming asti, finer essence of the made making asti, and it will take another 5 more days. Okay, another 5 more days. Then asti make majja. Asti means made means fat tissues. Asti means bones and cartilage of your body. So bones and cartilage are formed with the finer essence of the made. Okay. Then majja, we call majja, asti majja. Majja is bone marrow of your body. Bone marrow, asti is making the majja. Another 5 days it will take. So final essence of the asti making majja, another 5 days it will take. I'm talking about this one meal procedure. Okay. Then this majja, next 5 days it take more and become shukra. 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 Shukra is what? Semen and ovum. Semen and ovum. Your reproductive fluid. Okay, reproductive fluid in female and the men. Shukra. So later on, your meal is becoming shukra. Later on, so last. So total one meal digestion. Your body absorbed, one meal completely. When it digested within your body, it will take 35 to 40 days. 35 to 40 days when one meal is absorbed fully. So this is the procedure of one meal, how it's forming the Sapt Dhatu. Now what happened? How the amma is formed, the toxin which we already discussed about it. Amma formed. So I'm gonna move. We talked about the amma, no? This amma. This much is clear. The Sapta Dhatu meaning is clear. How one meal is converted in the another. Can you hear me? Okay, any doubt till here? The procedure which we just talked about, how the one dhatu is converting into the another. So, no doubts. Let's move further. Nervous tissues. Your question is how your nervous tissues are formed. You're saying this thing. So basically, your nervous tissues or neurons in which of the 7 dhatu? Okay. So nervous tissues can be part of the majja, bone marrow. Okay. So now come to the amavan, the toxin. How these toxins are formed. So remember this procedure. Okay. Now the rust, the first body tissue, rust. Because of our wrong lifestyle, we develop the habit of overeating, right? We keep eating lot and lot. So what happened? This uncooked rust, because of our lifestyle, it disturbed and not fully cooked. When it's not fully cooked, uncooked rust is not fully cooked and absorbed by your body tissue, then it means it converted into the ama. uncooked ras, when remain in the body for longer time, then it become ama. So this is, or your valley, there is a food particle like if you're having the white fly in your diet daily, right? Daily or once in a time, and your body, your valley does not absorb because of the sticky nature. Or the cheese, these are the processed food, no? Cheese is not easy digested by your body. So because they are having the quality to stuck. So why we keep talking about that you should have the fiber in your diet, because fiber is laxative, right? It's uh, quickly come out from your body, easily come out if you're having the fiber. Natural foods, and if you're not processed the food, every vegetable, fruits, they have the fiber within it. In order, why they are having the fiber, so it not stuck in your valley of your stomach and valley of your small intestine and your large intestine. It's easily can removed. But because we invented our taste buds, and we start using the those kind of substance which uh, or preservative in our diet, so they are keeping those things to stuck in our body, to remain in our digestive tract for longer period of time. When something is remain for longer period of time in your stomach, because we take it out the fiber, now we are having the juice and everything, right? This create the problem. Are you understanding? This is the issue. Because we remove the fiber from the diet. Now we are having cheese, pasta, pizza, and even outside, if you see, it's very stretchy, They don't have the fiber. So it remain in our body, and then they are converting into the ama, toxin. And even body trying to make it liquid, convert it into the rust. But another wrong habit we are having, we continue keep eating it. We just have one meal, immediately after 2 3 hours we take the another meal, then another meal, we keep eating it. So I talked about this procedure of digestion. So one meal take 4 hours to the 5 hours minimum. I'm talking on maximum, it goes like 8 hours. Okay, 8 hours your meal completely become digested, like it become cooked rust. Okay, cooked rust is become. We disturb this procedure. Immediately we are having one meal, then another point we are eating another thing, our system gonna disturb, and Jataragni get confused, and then he'll, like for example, you have one servant at your home, right, who's doing the cooking, right? And he's cooking maybe like maybe cake. You have given the instruction that tonight we're gonna have the cake, so he's making the cake. Okay, so he's preparing the cake. Same way your body is digesting the one meal. Immediately you are giving the another instruction. Okay, no, leave the cake. You want other things also. Right now you prepare the pasta. You have given the instruction to that one servant. You have one servant. So what's gonna happen? He has to leave the cake and switch to what? Preparing the pasta. So you have the one agni, one kind of form of the agni which digesting the one meal. And immediately if you have the another meal, or like 2 3 hours after that you are having the meal, then that energy has to stop the first digestion and come back to the another digestion. So that's the disturbance we are creating it. So very important thing, if you understand this procedure, you have to give the break, sufficient break between the two meals. So if you're disturbing this procedure, it bring more disease to you, because ama gonna formed in your body, and then ama is the cause of the many problems. If it's in your stomach and in your digestive tract, still you can tackle with those kind of problem. But if it reaches to the blood, then blood travel your entire body from brain to the your leg everywhere. So it's gonna give you multiple kind of problems. So you can have many issues. Your liver, your kidney, your bladder, your brain, your heart, your lungs, where the ama goes, it create the blockage. It gonna affect that system. Okay, and it is not like one day, it's continue procedure which you are disturbing the system. It's not like one day you have immediately these things. Uncooked fruit has fiber, but still, ama, I could not understand this question. What you asking, dear? Uncooked fruits? I'm not talking about outside cooked food, okay? We have the kitchen inside our body, which take fruits like blueberry. Amma, we are talking about the toxin there. It's not kind of taste or something, okay? Amma is the toxin of your body, which is formed in your body because of wrong lifestyle, because of wrong habit of eating, and because of you eating those things which is not easily digested by your system. That is the ama, the toxin of your body. Okay, the poison which is created by your body. You are not eating, you are having healthy diet, everything, sprouts and everything, fruits you are having, but wrong way you are eating it, you are not giving sufficient time to your body to digest, then ama gonna form. So two types of rus we talked about. If rus remain uncooked, okay, because it will take 5 days, you are not giving sufficient time, so uncooked rus gonna absorb by your um, body, and then it create the problem. It has to be become cooked one, but we are not giving sufficient time to ourselves to cooking procedure. Are you understanding? If we are not giving sufficient time to for the cooking, the food would not be cooked. Same thing is happening in your body. We are not giving sufficient time for cooked, uh, that food would be cooked properly. Cooking is yeah, exactly, cooking is digestion. Bonnie, your first time attending the this class or what? You missed the previous session? Bonnie, can you hear me? No, I've been here most of them. Asha, okay. So, so okay, you can go through the previous videos. I talked about the amma also and the three dosha, and so point would be clear to you. I totally understand the timing is not appropriate for you. So, okay. So now just understand ama is the toxin of your body and it's formed in your body. It disturbed because of your wrong lifestyle. Okay, that's you have to understand. I'm simplifying the terms. There is no English term is available for ama, so you can take it as like a poison or toxin like this. That way you can understand. Okay, I'll tell the management to provide you the link on the WhatsApp. Okay, dear. So don't worry about it. You will get the link. So yes. So Amma, so how we can stop this thing? Just by correcting the procedure. So we in coming session we're gonna talk about how we can stop our system to make it ama. First we have to work on our the disease which we are creating. Okay, the disease which outside coming, that is the I think hardly any, they are not the fatal disease, because why virus and bacteria you can you know, if your immune system is good you can tackle with those things. But we are gonna talk about those diseases which we create, we get because of our habit our lifestyle. Because of that, we're gonna sort it out. So more than 80% of the problems we creating up. Okay. So if we worked on that, we can sort it out the problem. Most of the problems under our control. So don't worry about it in coming session. I hope you understand this procedure very well. This because of this you have arthritis, diabetic or cancer or any other problems you are having, asthma, because ama is formed in your body, and then it reaching to the every corner of your organs, and it gonna disturbing that function, okay, of that organ. So toxin, how we're gonna remove it, we're gonna talk about later on, but first we're gonna talk about the correction of these things. So if one first body tissue is affected, so what do you think? Rest of the Saptadhatu would be affected or not? It's gonna affect your rest of the dhatu or not? What do you think? Of course, it's gonna affect your rakt, your blood, then your med, your majja, yes, your mamsa, your even reproductive organs. You don't have the sexual desire. Later on, you feel like your sexual drive is also affected by, because you have certain kind of issues in your body. When you're sick, you're not sexual high, right? Because it's affected. It's linked with everything. So even the simple example, you get the indigestion, you're not sexually high, right? You cannot be in that state, no matter how beautiful, how handsome the person is in front of you, or maybe naked fully. You cannot attract it toward that person that moment, because it's affected. But if you're fit, you're healthy, you feel more attracted towards that kind of personality, right? But if you are unhealthy, your body is somehow suffering, you cannot have those kind of sexual rights, right? I'm just giving you the example. So that's how this Saptadhatu and how it's connected with the Ama. So Saptadhatu is Ama is formed because now we're gonna link up Tridosha, Agni, Agni is weakened, Agni is affected, then your food would not be properly cooked. It means not properly digested by your body. It convert into the Ama, then ama would be absorbed by all the body tissue in all the tissues, and then it give you the many issues to your body. Then your three mala, your mal would be affected. Symptoms, how you gonna diagnose? Through the mal. Your mal would be smelly, affected. Mal means your stool, your poo, your pee, your sweat. These are the three major malas we talked about, right? These gonna be affected by. This is the whole procedure of the disease. Okay, understood? The linked, everyone. Those who are new to the class, I'll share you. I'm gonna tell the management, they're gonna share you the link. You can watch the video, which is available on the YouTube. Okay. So don't worry about it. And if you miss the previous classes, even the every first date of the every month, we have again the session. Again, it's gonna start. So don't worry about it. If you miss something, don't worry. Okay. So let's end the class. Any doubt till here related to this, which you don't understood? It's difficult. I'm trying to simplify. Okay. It's very difficult to translate the Sanskrit into the English. There are very less words are available for that to make you understand. Okay. So I hope you understood this link. Now, still some. Okay. Thank you so much, Vane. So if any doubt come up later on after watching the video or anything, or later on you're sleeping, some doubts are coming or you think about it, you can note it down and ask into the coming session. Okay, don't worry. So let's end the class here. Come into the sitting posture, keep your back neck straight. We're gonna end the session with the one time Om and Shanti. Take a deep breath. Now, inhale for the one-time Om and Shanti. Inhale for the Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palms. Rub your palms. Place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile and say Om Shanti. Bless you guys. Meet you at meditation class. Bye bye. Take care.